What is going on? Welcome back to another Alphalete try-on haul. This is for drop number 5, which is going live Tuesday, September 23rd. So make sure you mark down your calendar for that. Now, not a ton of stuff coming out for guys, but I have to say I love every single piece that is dropping. Now, for our ladies out there, we have a plethora of options that we're gonna go through here really quickly. But I'm gonna start out with the guys because it's short and it's sweet, and these 3 different items are absolutely fantastic. So starting off with what I'm wearing on my bottom, these are the AirFlex Mesh shorts. Now, the old Alphalete Mesh shorts that came out, I wanna say it was like over a year ago, I love them. They're absolutely fantastic, very silky feeling. These are quite a bit different. These are much more of a structured short. And so if you can see as I back up right here, I'm wearing these in the color metal. And they are a 5.5 inch inseam. So very nice, shows the quads off nicely. Got the A logo down here. So minimal branding, really good deep pockets. So you're not gonna lose anything when you're wearing these. Easily fit your cell phone in there. And I would just say the biggest difference in these from the old ones is number 1, they're a little less silky feeling. They're much more rigid and structured feeling while still being extremely comfortable. They also do have a very nice deep back pocket, which is something that I don't feel like you ever see on a mesh short. So these are something that I would wear easily to the gym, but also as just like an everyday wear. If you have to like run around, do errands, I feel like the other mesh shorts, I almost find myself wearing those more in like a lounge setting. I would train in them, but because they were so silky and they weren't as structured, I feel like I didn't want to wear them out and about if I was running errands because I just felt like everything was kind of floppy on them. So really impressed with these. Love the way they feel. As always, in classic Alphalete fashion, we have really good details. We have the rubber dipped end on the strings. Let me see if I can show you this. It's tracking my face, so let me untrack, bring this camera down. So you can see right here, we've got the dipped on the ends, nice waistband, good deep pockets, nice little A logo. So love these shorts. I'm gonna get back down here with you guys. And these come in 2 different colors. We've got metal, and then we have your classic black. So once again, show these real quick. Nice little dip strings, good minimal branding, good deep pockets, nice little liner on the inside of these. And then, like I said, something you don't really see on a mesh short, nice back pocket that is relatively deep. So really big fan of these. I've been wearing them a lot lately. I'm very hopeful that we come out with a couple more colors because I do like these a lot. Moving on to the next item that I have on me right now. All right, moving on to our next item. This is the Fusion tee. I'm wearing navy. This comes in 3 different colors. You've got navy, you have stone, and you have black. So this is going to be a performance tee. A couple of things that I want to note on this is number 1, I absolutely love the fit. We dropped a shirt on drop 4 that was similar feeling to this, that nice, awesome performance wear. Didn't love how it sat on my body. I felt like it floated a lot. If you look at this shirt, I mean, it really fits nicely, hugs the body, doesn't float away from me. I'm a big fan of shirts that are fitted in the right areas, right? So the chest on this is very fitted, makes you look jacked. The sleeves, very fitted around the bicep area, making your arms appear bigger than they actually are. I love the fact that Alphalete went with tonal branding on this one. So you can see right here, it's a small little A logo, and the tonal branding is really nice. So love the fact that we did that. And like I said, 3 different colors, super nice material, got a lot of stretch and pop to it. Great shirt to train in, and honestly, makes you look jacked. Don't have too much to say about this, other than I love it. It's probably one of the best shirts that we've come out with in a long time. So moving on to the last piece for men. I told you guys it was short and sweet this time, but we've got a new long sleeve shirt. This is the Essential LS long sleeve. LS stands for long sleeve. So it's just part of the Essential line. This is going to be more of a lifestyle shirt, and it's coming in 3 different colors. So we've got white, we've got not that shirt, we've got black, and we have this gray color, which I believe is called Stone. Let me just double check that. And Urban Steel. Not correct. Not Stone, Urban Steel. So these are a cotton blend shirt. So super soft, but still stretchy. I was gonna see if we have some of the fabrics on here. I will find out what the fabric is made out of, but these feel really good. So let me throw on one of those so you guys can see how the fit is, and then I'll talk a little bit more about it. Just for reference, this shirt right here, I'm wearing an extra large, and these shorts, I'm wearing a large. So I'm gonna throw on a long sleeve shirt. It's gonna be an extra large. Let's see how it looks, and then I'll talk a little bit more about it. All right, so I have the Essential long sleeve shirt on in white. This might be the most comfortable shirt I've ever felt in my life. Lauren just felt it, and she said it feels like a baby, like a newborn onesie, like an extremely soft washed cotton. Like, I could live in this shirt. It literally is insanely comfortable. The fit on it is excellent. The one thing I do love that Alphalete always does, they highlight the good areas and they make room for the areas that we might need improvement in, right? So we got a lot of room in the midsection, which is always nice, right? You don't want to always feel like you're being compressed when you're wearing stuff, but nice and tight on the arms, fitted in the chest. Just an all-around great shirt. This is definitely considered a lifestyle piece, so something that you could wear out. They did very minimal branding on the back. We just have the small A logo right here, center of the back, right in your neckline, and that's literally it. So love this shirt. Once again, comes in 3 different colors, and feels absolutely spectacular. I'm gonna actually wear this shirt. We're flying home from Alphalete today. I'm gonna wear this shirt on the airplane. So I think that this could be a great, like, essential travel tee, because I'm always cold on airplanes. After losing 160 pounds, I'm just freezing all the time. And so this is going to be definitely a go-to shirt for me that I will wear this fall. And honestly, it's light enough that even if it was like 80 degrees outside, I still feel like I'd be comfortable moving around, right? Wearing it indoors, not gonna sweat when I walk outside for a few minutes. So really like this shirt. Now, the last thing that I wanna show you guys is another accessory that is coming out. On the last drop, we came out with this dope duffel bag that almost has this like neoprene-like material, and Alphalete created, if you guys know me, if you follow me, if you've ever seen me in person, I live for a sling bag. I literally wear a sling bag every single day, and this is absolutely epic. So pumped that this is coming out. This front right here is that neoprene type feeling material that is on the new duffel bag, and I love how this sits on the body because it sits kind of like this, that upright position, so it's like super easy to access. They went ahead and did 3 different pockets. So you have this front pocket. It's not super deep, but like a great place that you could easily hold like a small wallet, you know, maybe a car key, something like that. And then you have 2 really deep pockets. So this one, full-blown deep pocket. Like, I mean, you could literally stuff this thing full of a ton of stuff. And then this back pocket is the same size. So you have 3 big pockets. You have a little hook right here. I guess you could put like a carabiner on there, maybe. I don't know what you would hook on that. I'm a minimalist, so I would not want anything dangling from here, but maybe you like that. Pretty tonal branding, you can see it. It's got that little bit of that sheen to it that just makes it pop, but This is by far the best sling bag that they have come out with. We had another version that came out not too long ago with the Alphalete in white across the front. I like that version, but this one 10 times better. So really like the adjustability on the straps. It's really easy to adjust like while you're wearing it. So you can really make it down low if you kind of want it out of the way. If you're like going for a run, or maybe you just like want it up higher, easily adjust it back up to be super, super high. So if I were you and you are someone who likes a sling bag, 1000%, this would be a go-to item for me. For the men's collection, honestly, I recommend all three of these things. That's not something I normally say on a drop. There's always something that I'm like, you know, maybe save your money, maybe don't grab it. But honestly, these three items are all really good. I love the mesh shorts, love the performance tee, and this is probably my favorite item that we're coming out with. It is just phenomenal feeling. So that wraps up our men's stuff. We're gonna move on to the women's. They have a much larger collection, so I'm gonna do my best to try and go through it and have Lauren try it on so you guys can see how it looks. We're back with the women's launch. Absolutely looking fire. How do you feel?
I think I feel so great.
Perfect. All right, we're gonna dive right in. We have the first item, which I think Lauren really likes. I'll let her talk about it. But that is the Flex hoodie. So.
Yes, actually at first I was like, I got a sticker in there. I don't really think I want this, because I was like, I don't really love something that like has a hood. And I've been such a huge lover, and like I wear every single day the Aura Sculpt jacket, which is like tighter here. But as soon as I got this on, I was like, oh, I love this. It is a thinner material. So the Aura Sculpt jacket is more of like your BBL jacket, so it's tighter here. This is like a little bit more looser, and I was worried that that was gonna just like look like too much fabric, but it actually still hugs perfectly. And I love that they still sculpt this here. So even though it's not like accentuating or cutting here or like tight to accentuate glutes, I feel like because it just sits there, it's like very flattering. Also the hoodie, you really don't even like notice it's there, but do love for in a moment when you're running into the grocery store, you can like pull this up and hide your hair, right? Because we don't want to wash our hair every single day, get poured on. So I love the detailing on the zipper. It doesn't have the like lock part, but it doesn't move. So you can kind of like have a moment, or you can fully cover up. I will say for Alphalete, this is like not like the best zipper I've ever seen. So that it kind of like moves a little bit more. It's not as nice as a Sculpt jacket, but it does stay in place well. So love the little pocket detailing. Like if you're like a runner, like this to me is like the perfect jacket. It's super more snug on the sleeves, but lightweight. Like I don't feel hot in this, like I'm wearing too many sleeves.
Yep. And so this comes in a few different colors. The color that Lauren is wearing is called Grove, and then we have black, we have white, we have iris, and we have skyline. So that is going to be the Flex hoodie. All right, moving on to the next piece. Also, the thing I love about Alphalete is when they drop stuff, they give you all the color options. So you can just like mix and match and look freaking phenomenal in whatever you're putting on. So I do love that. So we're gonna go right into another item in the Grove colorway, and this is the Star bodysuit. Now, you're a sucker for a bodysuit.
I'm a sucker. I'm always I get multiples in the bodysuit.
So talk to me about this bodysuit. Do you love it? Do you hate it?
Yes, I love this one. I typically do size down in their bodysuits, but I actually ordered an extra small and found that on this one, the lat section here was really tight. So I actually sized up to a size small on this. And I typically am a small in every single thing in Alphalete. So I absolutely love this one. The material is just so like buttery soft. So we know what that means. I feel like the contouring on this is very flattering. It kind of gives a moment for the girls. And then I feel like in the back detail, it's really pretty as well. I absolutely love Alphalete's bodysuits. I actually got it in both colors. I got it in Grove, and then I also got it in Pewter as well. And this is honestly like an understated color. It gives silver, right? Gray, but it kind of has like a brown cocoa like undertone in it. So I just like love this for like a neutral, but I couldn't do without the Grove. I call this like this to me, this is like Master's green. So it's just like giving those vibes. I know also like the US Open is like a big deal this year, or always is. I don't follow tennis.
Ladies and gentlemen, the US Open is always a massive deal in tennis. So this also...
I feel like everyone's like posting about it, but I feel like everything's like green and tennis skirts and...
Yeah. This is the Tenacity fabric, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, and if you've ever worn Tenacity, you know how buttery smooth it is. It is 70% nylon, 30% spandex. So take that for what it is. It just feels great.
Yeah,
we got a couple colors in this.
Yes,
We've got the two colors that we've already talked about.
Skyline, black, pewter, and white.
And we're missing the other one, which is orchid.
Pink.
So...
the only branding detail that's on this is the A on the bottom, and you're not going to be able to see that.
Hold on. Back up.
It is just this tonal rubbery logo here. So.
Put your face down here so we can see you. There you go.
Perfect.
All right, so that being said, those are the first two items that we're working with. We are going to have Lauren change into something else, and then we'll be right back. And we're back. All right, so now we have two more items. I'll be honest, these are not Lauren's favorite.
No.
She is a mom of two, 37-year-old, smoking hot MILF. And these are not your favorite because
These are not my favorite.
they don't cover up as much things, but I think she still looks rocking in them. So let's talk about the shorts. These are the teeny shorts, and they're called teeny for a reason because they are teeny. Wearing the color Skyline in both this and this is the Vic bra, which I think you actually do like this bra.
I actually like the bra a lot. These shorts are something I actually personally didn't even order myself because I just knew this wasn't going to be my fit. So if you are young and never had kids, these may be perfect for you, but for me, I always know that I want my leggings to come just above like my belly button at least. And I am short torsoed actually. But this is not, yes, may look great, but I just don't prefer this. I feel like I would be like pulling up at these constantly. So they do come below your belly button line. But I do love the bra. So the bra actually has a very open back detailing. You can adjust this. I didn't realize that Jeffrey was like pulling it down for me. So you can adjust it, but I feel like this is like the perfect like back day bra. Very comfortable. I would say like, not like minimal supportive. It does have pads in it. And I did work out in this bra, I think yesterday. And it's fine, but just to kind of see that it doesn't have like full big coverage. Does this one come in a B or a D or no? Like A, B?
Yes, I believe both of the bras in this drop come in cup sizes.
Okay.
And honestly, let's see. Actually, I don't think the Vic does. I think the Vic just comes in your normal standard sizing, but the other bra that you're going to try on, which I think you like even more,
yes,
does come in cup sizes.
This is adjustable though. So, but if you are, if your girls are really big, you may struggle to like stay in this bra perfectly. So,
so both of the shorts and the bra come in multiple colors. So we have the
Grove. We have Orchid. We have Pewter. We have
Iris.
Black.
And then Court Green.
That looks like a tennis court green.
Yes,
This makes more sense now.
Yeah.
I told you, it's US Open themed.
US Open themed. Court Green. And there is no Court Green in the Iris bra, or not the Iris bra, in the Vic bra. But there is a Court Green in the other bra that we're going to show you guys. So that was all the shorts. Here are all the bras, just so you guys can see the colors real fast. Once again, black, Iris, Grove. Nice. That one's invisible.
Yeah.
Men, you would love that. Grove and then Pewter. So if you are maybe a little bit smaller chested, you want to have a phenomenal back day bra, I think this one is great. And if you are, maybe never had kids, tummy super tight, I think that people who have never had kids will actually love these shorts.
And I will say they're surprisingly very comfortable. I like them. They're not digging in. They're just not for me. They're not my go-to. I feel like I'm in a bikini right now. So
yeah. All right. So moving on to the next items.
Okay.
All right. So we've got a couple more items here. We are now wearing the Everyday Elevate leggings and the Karina bra. So
I feel like we went from two extremes. We literally went from way underneath my belly button to now we went to a super high rise. But I so prefer a high rise. I just think working out, running errands, I just kind of prefer this look. But these are, again, I am super short torsoed, but these are super high waisted. I am seeing some of the other girls roll them down as well, but I prefer these. This is the everyday cut of these. So there is a seam kind of here, basically just kind of mimicking to draw your attention kind of down, but to give a waist slimming effect. Detailing is very similar to Aura. If you have been with me for a while, you'll know that Aura is one of my all-time favorite leggings and fits. It's just the best. But this does have that glute swooping detail that Aura does have, and also has the glute swooping in the back. So I want to show you this detail because a lot of people will be like, oh, I can't wear a butt scrunch. So this is what the butt scrunch looks like before you put it on, on the rack. But this is what it looks like when you're wearing it. So you don't see the butt scrunch, right? It's just actually scrunching into the cheeks so that you actually get a butt and you don't look like a flat pancake. So I love these. They're very comfortable, very, very buttery soft feel. This is Tenacity.
yes, I do believe it is the same Tenacity fabric.
Yeah, so it is the same Tenacity. When they first came out with the Everyday Core legging last year, and I know this isn't Core.
It is Tenacity.
Okay.
So.
But when they came out with this last year, so if you've ordered this line before of Everyday, they accidentally made this top band too tight last year, and a lot of us struggled to wear these. It is no longer like that. There is no seam here. The seam is here. So I just kind of wanted to point out that detail. This is in the color Pewter, and I absolutely love this colorway. This bra is probably one of my favorite bras. It's not my favorite ever because what's that bra that I love?
It's the Amplify bra.
Yeah, but honestly, this is probably my new fave. I'm going to go downstairs and purchase every single color before we leave. I love how it's almost like a scoop neckline. So you have a moment, but it's very supportive. It also isn't long line, and I appreciate that because these leggings are so high. I like a little moment here. I was personally worried that this was going to dig in or give me the dreaded back fat on my lats, but it does not. It is very comfortable, very stretchy, and honestly comes down a little bit lower so that I feel like it accentuates your back very well. It's very comfortable. And there are cups in these as well.
Yep, and so this comes in two different cup sizes. So you've got A and B and C and D. And then it obviously comes in extra small all the way up to, I believe, 2X, I think it goes up to. One thing, turn around real fast, I do want to just show, so like the branding on this is extremely minimal. You have a tiny little rubberized A right here and a tiny rubberized A right here. Both are tonal. So if you're someone who doesn't love branding, like I know I'm not a massive fan of huge branding, I think Alphalete always does a really good job of making sure that it's like, hey, you know what you're wearing, but it's not just screaming the brand from the mountaintop. So,
and I always say Alphalete always crushes the colorways. I always get nervous when the colors come out. I'm like, oh, I would never wear that. Nope, that's not me. And then I always come in and do a try on haul, and I'm like, that looks so great on me, and it looks so good on so many different skin tones. As well as I'm like, sometimes I think like, oh, those are interesting colors, but then I begin to see like in the gym, it's literally like these are like the hot colors of the season. So this is the court green, and this goes with those teeny shorts that we showed you just a few minutes ago. This is iris, and then there is a white and black, which I own the white. I'm going to purchase the black, and I'm going downstairs to purchase the pewter as well. These also match with the leggings.
Yes.
That I'll show you the colors of.
I also feel like this court green is a really pretty color. No, they don't have it in the leggings or the shorts in the everyday. But I do think that this green goes very well with pewter. So I think that you could wear this
and honestly
together.
Great pickup for the fall. You also could easily wear this with black as well.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful. The colors for the everyday leggings are Grove. You've got Skyline, Iris, and your classic black.
Talk about Skyline real fast. It is a beautiful color. The one thing that Lauren did notice is it does have a little bit...
it's not really that it's see-through. I'm planning to return mine. I don't love... It's not very forgiving. You can kind of like see like any imperfections in your skin or like any like butt cheek cellulite at all through it. So it's just not like a really like forgiving color.
Yeah. So if you are like 22, rocking tight might be your thing. But if you're a mom and you don't want, you want something a little bit more forgiving, I would stay more with the darker neutral colors.
Yeah.
And we got one more item, I believe. So two more items. So we shall be right back. All right, we're back. We got the last two items of this drop. Actually, I lied. There are two more items that I'll talk about. We don't have them, but I'll talk about them here once we talk about these. So we have the Cocoa Short, and we also have the Flex Tank.
Yes. Okay, so these shorts are very comfortable. They're very soft. Think of like your boyfriend's
You got a boyfriend?
No.
Maybe your husband's? Am I just your current husband?
You're just a current husband. What? I thought that was like a term. You know, like boyfriend jeans.
Okay.
I'm not
See
sure.
where this is going.
Like your husband. Well, you don't really wear basketball shorts either. But, I mean, neither does...
Neither does your boyfriend, I guess. All right. So anyways.
Okay.
You got these soft shorts.
They feel very soft. So stretchy, soft, not mesh, but like a basketball short material. A little bit like thicker. Like, what would you describe that?
Like a very elevated sweatpant, but like firmer. Let me, you know what? Let me see what the material is actually made out of.
Let's start there. While these are so comfortable, like honestly, they have a drawstring here as well. These are size small. I wear everything in size small. I actually attempted, because they brought me some extra smalls in here, but it was too short in the crotch area, the inseam, the ride, I don't know what they call that. So I needed to wear the small. So this is how on size proportion you can see like how baggy or like oversized they may be.
They're meant to be like a comfy lifestyle chill outfit. They are made out of 24% nylon and 76% rayon. Not sure if that helps anybody watching this video, because that wouldn't do anything for me.
I don't know my fabrics, but yes, these are not my favorite look. Like, very comfortable. I just personally like don't prefer this as like a look or like a fit, but they are very, very comfortable. I love the pockets. I would say like a classic like black would probably be like my go-to that you could just like throw on like around the house. As far as the tank, they only had brought me extra smalls in these, and then the colors that they brought me in the smalls wouldn't work with the green shorts anyways. So we made this work. But when I put the extra small of this tank on, I was like, oh, this literally fits like a bra. So it's not supportive, but it's tight enough that it almost fits like a leotard would kind of. And I honestly would wear this as a bra to the gym. So, like as a shirt. So, very comfortable, racer back detailing.
Yeah.
It has seams in it.
If you wanted to wear it more of a tank top, you would go to a small, not an extra small for you.
Yes, if I wanted this to be like a tank top, yes, I would totally go to a small. But yeah, as an extra small, this actually like works and is supportive and
perfect.
Yeah.
The only other two items that we don't have, and they were actually on the last drop, and that is the Anakin polo as well as the skirt, the little skirt that you guys probably saw in the last video that we did. Very pickleball golf-esque.
Yeah.
You actually love them.
It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite sets, and I love that green color too. So.
Yeah, so it's coming out in this Grove.
It's just in the Grove color. In this color.
I don't know why we don't have it to try on, but if you picked those up last time and you love this green color, same exact fit, all that good stuff. Are there any items that you would recommend sizing up or down in, or true to size on everything, pretty much?
I would say pretty much true to size. Honestly, I didn't really change any sizes. The only thing is that I normally get an extra small in the bodysuits.
But this time you're thinking true to size.
This time true to size. Yeah, honestly, true to size on everything.
Cool. So that is going to wrap up drop number 5. Once again, Tuesday, September 23rd, 12 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Code Jeffrey is going to save you 10%. It also supports us, keeps us on the team, keeps us making these videos for you guys. As always, if you have any questions about material, fabric, fit, colors, all those things, feel free to drop a comment on this video or send us a message on Instagram. That's honestly the fastest way to get a hold of me. If you drop a comment on here, I will eventually see it, but if you need something quickly, shoot me a DM on Instagram. As always, we appreciate you guys, we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.